Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
Let's go!
It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed, let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Efanshuku, aka Meta.
And Christy, aka Emenari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
On the morning drive.
103.5 Ebona DFM.
Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the third day of October 2023. Today is Tuesday and the time is a minute past the hour of 7, and it's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We'll take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, but before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
You know that you have the right to quality broadcasting. The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and write to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that the complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Guardian newspaper, Leadership, Vanguard, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, Sun, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at the Nigerian Tribune. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-96661035. Check on Ebona, the 103.5 FM on Facebook for the link of the video of this newspaper headlines. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Labour accepts federal government's proposal, suspends strike for 30 days. Obi orders Lord Soludo for renaming airport after Achebe. Traditional thrones. Christianity not in conflict, says Olu of Warri. Rather, recruits 1,500 youths as watch calls officers. Kogi APC demands justice for murdered member. 296 undergraduates sit for NMPC E&P scholarship exams. Food, fare, prices spike, put more Nigerians under pressure. Food, fare prices spike, put more Nigerians under pressure. Federal government targets 50,000 artificial intelligence jobs by 2030. Cooking gas scarcity looms as price hits 1,000 naira per kg. EFCC obtains arrest warrant on Desiani, begins extradition plan. Olubadan debunks allegation by his children against Senator brother. At the platform, Lumumba Oyedele, others underscore how to develop Nigeria. Anglican primates Ndukuba Oko score Nigeria at 63rd independence. Delta to establish auto gas plant in Asaba. Withdrawal of our services over profiling will collapse Anambra economy, Group warns. Organizations unveil emergency response app. Edo orders new CNG buses to boost free transport scheme. Family of 8, 3 others die in Plateau fresh attack. Nupeng strike over deplorable highways. Nupeng threatens strike over deplorable highways. CJN inaugurates 23 judges tomorrow. Group demands electronic transmission of verdicts. Regulator 6, reduction in prices of building materials. Tribunal sacks Sule, declares Umbugadu winner of Nasarawa poll. Federal government flags off social register verification in Southwest. Kogi APC demands justice for murdered member. We've taken this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Withdrawal of our services over profiling will collapse Anambra economy, Group warns. Experts move to revive education sector. OT repositioning Abia for massive investment. Edo orders news, we've taken this. Niger offsets 120 million naira of 500 million naira owed NECO. No one can govern Nigeria without God, says PFN. Federal government to invest in PPP for quality health care. Group tricycle riders celebrate Sanwo-Olu's victory. TGI opens dairy production facility tomorrow in United Arab Emirates. Ex-UNNVC Shehu dies at 92. Third Nigerian National Chess Championship begins in Lagos. Comfort Obosi speaks at God in My Life series. Pomp, pageantry, as Ijan community celebrates Oba's coronation. Nigeria can make $20 million from satellite launch. WAEC names Dangutu new HNO. Chicago State University releases Tinubu's academic records. And that's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper. Customs arrest wanted wildlife smuggler. Chevron commits $100 million to boost economic development in Niger Delta. Union Bank, Faith Foundation partner to empower SMEs. Nigeria's production rise boost OPEX September output. Steering drivers tech partnerships for improved cybersecurity. Steering drivers tech partnerships for improved cybersecurity. International friendlies. Omerua, Iwobi, Osayi, Samuel, Mofi back to Super Eagles. Joe Poroma wins 2023 IBB Independence Golf Tournament. Tinubu approves 35,000 naira provisional wage for federal government workers. UK releases new entry requirements. Tribunal sacks Nasarawa governor, declares PDP Umbugadu winner. Mubad, I will send you back to prison. Iyabo Ojo threatens Kemi Oluloye. No stay of execution on Tinubu's Chicago record, U.S. court. Federal government, labor negotiations yield progress, move to avert strike. Civil society organizations urges Adebutu, others to accept verdicts of Ogun Election Tribunal. APC stakeholders knock Kanu governor NMPP over London protests against judiciary. Tribunal oppose Fintri's victory in Adamawa, throws out SDP's petition. Stop Naira slide. Honorable Owak urges federal government, CBN. Bauchi NMPP governorship candidate Senator Jika dumps party for APC. Enugu Tribunal verdict violated constitution. Barrister Ezike. Kogi Guba, Northern Network demands arrest of SDP candidates over violence. Tribunal affirms Fubara as Rivers governor, dismisses APC Labour Party petitions. Nasarawa Tribunal verdict, Governor Sule goes on appeal. Umbugadu celebrates. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Nigeria's production rise boost to OPEC September output. Nigeria's production rise boosts OPEC September output. Industry concerns over slow pace of industrialization among SMEs. And that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. You are tuned to Abona at the 103.5 FM, and this is newspaper headlines from the leadership newspaper. We'll flip over to Vanguard newspaper. Extortion. Police probe officers over 80 million naira allegedly shared with IGP, Commissioner of Police. Family of 4 electrocuted in Taraba. Gunmen kill 1, injure 3 in Delta communities. How IPOB, ESN members burnt down buses, motorcycles, tricycle in Ebonyi. Police. Federal government labor breach truce. Planned strike suspended for 1 month. Federal government labor breach truce. Planned strike suspended for 1 month. Nigeria at 63. Reimagine our politics. Ode to much abused youth of Nigeria on Independence Day. Judiciary's heavy burdens. Nigeria at 63, resolving diversity issues. Dakuku, Peterside. NLC strike, interrogating Tinubu's subsidy removal rationale. Mutual funds investment rises for 1.6 to 1.9 trillion naira in 8 months. Mutual funds investment rises for 1.6% to 1.9 trillion naira in 8 months. Fire kills 35 persons at Rivers illegal oil refining site. 8 killed, 5 injured in Plateau community. Carpenter, 1 other arrested for trafficking 18-year-old girl, 2 others for prostitution. Carpenter, 1 other arrested for trafficking 15-year-old girl, 2 others for prostitution. Stakeholders commend international breweries. Dollar, now underground currency of Nigeria's economy, P2B. Both mishap. 23 persons drowned in Kebbi. Tribunal verdict. Ombugadu's victory shows justice, democracy group. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And from the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to Punch newspaper. Key points in Bosun Tijani's new digital blueprint for Nigeria. 6 months allowance. Federal government to spend 315 billion naira. Labour suspends strike for 30 days. Tribunal sacks Sule. Declares PDP winner of Nasarawa poll. Ganduje ungrateful, inconsistent, says NMPP. Ganduje ungrateful, inconsistent, says NMPP. Warrior monarch receives sound, says traditional thrones. Christianity complementary. NAF bombs terrorist camps threatening Borno military formations. Pregnant woman, 17 others die in Rivers illegal refinery explosion. 8 just residents killed in Independence Day attack. Gun charges, Biden's son to plead not guilty. West enslaving Africans afresh through work visa. Lumumba. Sit-at-home enforcers burn vehicles, others in Simon Ekpa's hometown. Only insignificant minority don't believe in one Nigeria. Tanko, Yakasa. Football Association joins campaign against domestic violence. Biafran currency. Corpses recovered in IPOB camps raid. Military. Nigeria to get malaria vaccine 2024, says federal government. Lagos orders accelerated work on revenue house. 33 killed in just mining site collapse, association says. Bribery. UK court restrict Desiana's movement. EFCC begins extradition. Christian pilgrims to spend 3 nights in Jordan. Ilaro, Poly, opens TV station. Marketers disagree with Tinubu's tax advisors on refineries sale. Chicago University releases Tinubu's records to Atiku. CSU, we've taken this. Labour suspends planned strike for 30 days. EPL, Chelsea cruise to 2-0 win past Fulham. EPL, Chelsea cruise to 2-0 win past Fulham. Customs seek Ogun youth support to tackle smuggling. Obaseki appoints 186 aides. Tinubu mourns Emeritus Professor of Medicine Umaru Shehu. Egypt's Sisi announces third-term bid. Extortion. Police probe officers over 80 million naira allegedly shared with Inspector General, Commissioner of Police. Nigerian Center for Disease Control confirms 1,068 Lassa fever cases, 181 deaths. Inspector General orders probe of Rivers officers accused of kidnapping, extortion, and still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Lekki Port will help Nigeria regain transshipment hub status. EFCC begins Desiana's extradition process. We've taken this. Ousted Niger leader to file legal case against junta. Stakeholders advocate special courts to address prison congestion in Enugu. Reps Speaker appoints Prof as Chief of Staff. Tribunal sacks Nasarawa governor, declares PDP Bugadu winner. Niger accepts Algeria's offer to help resolve crisis. World Health Organization recommends new malaria vaccine. Tribunal dismisses SDP's petition against Pinterest election. Nigerian Air Force destroyed terrorist camps in Borno. Allow Southeast Pole tribunals deliver judgment via Zoom. Coalition. Allow Southeast Pole tribunals deliver judgments via Zoom. Coalition. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps arrests 2 human traffickers in Ondo. Desiana gets 70,000 pounds bail in alleged 100,000 pounds bribery trial. Nigeria at 63. Prioritize restructuring. Cleric urges Tinubu. Nigeria 63. Government should be sincere with the people. Monday, Obani. Adebuti falls Ogun Tribunal verdict heads to appeal court. Akwa Ibom community threatens to shut oil firms. Why India may ban pilots from wearing perfume. Put Akwa Ibom interest first. Group tells aggrieved traditional rulers. Desiana appears in court over bribery offenses. NUGE set for nationwide strike, says President. Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees set for nationwide strike, says President. Ex-UNN Vice Chancellor, Professor Sheung, dies at 92. Tribunal dismisses Labour Party's petition against Fubara's election. COVID vaccine scientists win Nobel Prize in Medicine. New United Nations chief embarks on first official trip to Africa. Nigerian youth in diaspora elects new president. Gunmen kill 9 in Plateau attack. Federal government, IFAD, MFBs partner on Ondo farmers loan. Palliatives result of limited thinking. P2B. Palliatives result of limited thinking. P2B. Group hails Soludo for immortalizing Ashebe. Fuel subsidy is organized crime. Obi. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. And from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Cement price, mixed reactions as BUA group crashes price by 30%. Northern governors mourn Umaru Sheu's demise. Kogi Guba polls, don't be swayed by political party. SDP appeals to security agencies. Kogi Guba polls, don't be swayed by party politics. SDP appeals to security agencies. Nigerian Air Force airstrikes neutralize terrorists in Lake Chad. Chicago University apologized to Tinubu over academic records humiliation. Kiyamo knocks Atiku. Batis versus Buharist. Tinubu's capitalist Lenin, ex-Buhari supporters. NLC, TUC sign 15-point agreement with federal government. NLC, TUC suspend nationwide strike for 30 days. NLC, TUC suspend nationwide strike for 30 days. Maritime Workers Council indefinite strike. NLC makes case for Jigawa civil servants. Nasarawa Tribunal. Umbugadu's victory. Will of God. Voice of the people. Cancel. Nasarawa Tribunal. Umbugadu's victory. Will of God. Voice of the people. Cancel. And that's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. And from the Daily Post newspaper, we flip over to the Nation newspaper. ECA withdrawal. Federal government to refund 1 trillion naira to states. 18 burned to death in Rivers illegal refinery fire. Our country needs better direction. Allegation of secret talks with bandits not true. Artists out with documentary on Nigeria. Artists out with documentary on Nigeria. Non-governmental organization loves women inclusiveness. Abat gets kudos for dedication. Tinubu keeping promise on economy. Foundation offers cancer screening awareness for women. Navy Town gets gas plant, bakery. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Kyari, Nigeria will be lead exporter of agric produce. Traditional throne, Christendom can work for Nigeria's growth. Bank embarks on financial housekeeping to sustain growth. Nation should foster peaceful inter-religious coexistence. Vote candidates that can curb insecurity. Anyang tells Imo Anglican bishops. LASPAGA congratulates Sanwo-Olu on tribunal victory. Fashola condemns Nigeria shouldn't happen to me statement. Fashola condemns Nigeria shouldn't happen to me statement. Federal government begins verification of National Social Register in Lagos. Nigeria's first emeritus professor Umaru Shehu dies at 97. Adebayo promises to end power sector crisis. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. And from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Southeast needs Development Commission now. Professor Amadi. Abia Guba Tribunal Anti-Terror Coalition urges CJN to order Zoom judgment. I would have devalued the Naira. P2B. Family of 6, 2 others killed, 4 injured in fresh attack in Plateau community. Why exclusive breastfeeding is good for child and family parents. Writers commend Soludo for renaming Anambra Airport after Chinua Achebe. Nigeria at 63. Labour, education ministers not hitting the ground running. Sanu. Abia Police Command accused of disobeying court order yet to release suspect 2 years after arrest. Oti assures Abians their money won't go to waste. Spends 771 million naira on compensation. Renewed Koshisha Uju crisis. Alia sends peace delegates. Pledges speedy demarcation of boundaries. UNN alumni seeks improved finance for social development programs. Call a Lawyer initiative pledges free legal service to vulnerable Nigerians. Translates rights issues to local languages. Terrorism. 22 local government areas in Castana not safe. Governor Rada tells Inspector General of Police. Nigeria at 63. Keep hope alive. Bobada, MD, tax Nigerians. Calls for patience with Tinubu. Anambra Diaspora Group decries poor road construction as farmlands. Houses face submersion. Anambra Diaspora Group decries poor road construction as farmlands. Houses face submersion. BEDC warns against energy theft, vandalism. Community mourns tragic end of Federal University Dalsima students. Obaseki commiserates with families of victims of Cocoa Junction tanker explosion. Ondo Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps arrests suspected human traffickers. Abuja cleric doles out financial gifts, orders to pastors at birthday. Crisis rocks Anambra commercial motorcyclist leadership. Independence, KB government, governor's wife, orders charge youth, parents on future generations' education. Kogi SDP Campaign Council congratulates a big brother winner, Ilabaye. Kaduna, help me restore peace. Sunny pleas with religious leaders. Federal government has no 50 billion naira plea bargain deal with MFLA. Justice Minister Fabwemi. PDP, Atiku, knock Tinubu over Independence Day speech. Nigeria bleeding. Pirates right Tinubu. Remain hopeful for better Nigeria. Obi tells Nigerians. End corruption, poverty, Kachuku. And that's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. You are still tuned to Ebon at the 103.5 FM, and this is newspaper headlines. We will now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Stand up for your right. Know your rights. Mara Ikigari Nwere. Basically, as a citizen of Nigeria, you've got it all. Freedom of movement, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. Onye karịrị gị ananara gị ihe ị nwere n'ike maka na onwe gị ihe ị ga-eme. Ana gị, moto gị, ana emegbu gị n'ụdị dị iche iche. Are you oppressed or intimidated in any way and means? By the personal group, ndị law enforcement agency ma ndị ọrụ nchekwa ndị ọzọ niile a na-emegbu gị maka na onweghị ihe ị ga-eme. Nwanne amawa gị aka analaghị oke ruru gị, gwa gị na onweghị ihe ị ga-eme maka na ịbụ onye eriri eri abụọ gị mugu. Mmadụ asị gị na onweghị ihe ị ga-eme na ọ ga-akpọchi gị for 2 weeks or 1 week maka na ọ karịrị gị. Mba nọ. Share your experience with 103.5 FM every Saturday. Call anyị ka anyị kpọrọ gị alụ. Kwa Saturday ọbụla 9 o'clock a.m. Kpọọ anyị ka anyị lụọ. Stand up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Obodense bụ ebe anyị na-anọ atụgharị uche n'ife gbasara okirikiri ebe anyị bi, omenala, ọdịbendị, nchepụ akpa. Sonyere Usomti n'oge Obodense na 103.5 FM ngwa ngwa ọkụ elekere 3 nke efifie 3 o'clock kwa ụbọchị Tọzdee ọbụla ka anyị nọkọ wee tinye ụgwọ ọnụ onye ije nnọọ n'Obodense ebe ife na-eme.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be.
Government,
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishu, number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
in your face.
On your Martin Ebona, the corner
24/7, 24/7.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we drop your comments on the comments section of the link on our Facebook page. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. We are on to this day newspaper. Kudos and knock for Oyebanji as Ekiti governor. When Senate sets agenda for new CBN management team, Governor Ozodema's burning passion for Imo youths, embracing effective and strategic leadership, a path to Nigeria's progress. Cardoso injecting fresh air into CBN. Kefas takes definite steps to develop Taraba. Governor Ozodema's burning passion for Imo youths. Embracing effective and strategic leadership, a path to Nigeria's progress. Fitch says Nigeria's inflation to reach 27.5% by year end. Fair hearings insufficiency to categorize ground of appeal as ground of law. Mubad, Corona holds preliminary sitting adjourns to October 13th. Energy, advanced renewable energy collaborations with stakeholders engagement. Global diesel shortage worsened by Russia's ban on exports. No policy tweaks expected as OPEC ministerial panel meets tomorrow. No policy tweaks expected as OPEC ministerial panel meets tomorrow. NCDMB, Walter Smith Refinery partner on graduate retraining. Bulk power restore in Birinkebi substation after blackout. Bulk power restored in Birinkebi substation after blackout. Pan falls 200% charge by maize importers, says Nigeria's poultry sector on verge to total collapse. Stakeholders seek enabling policies to stimulate local manufacturing of solar components. NIPR recommends DSS for elevating public relations to Directorate Cadre. The ideal parliament, as it was in the beginning, looking into the future with the hope. Tinubu lists Chetima, others to mark Nigeria's 63rd independence anniversary. And that's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning.